Hey there, everyone. First off, I know this is my first news series in a really long time. I basically stopped reacting to everything except My Hero. So thank you, those of you who have been sticking around since like the Psycho Pass and Tokyo Ghoul days. Uh, I want to cover some stuff first about Nier and my experience level with it. So I have everything that's a game in the Nier universe I have played. I've played Nier Replicant, I've played Nier Automata, and I've even played the story portions of Nier Reincarnation, the gacha game. What I haven't done is I haven't seen any of the stage plays, obviously, because I don't live in Japan, and I haven't fully read all of um, the grimoire. It was like a side book of side stories that came out with Nier Replicant. So I'm aware of some of the events of the non-game entries, but I haven't ever seen them. And part of the reason why I wanted to do reactions to this show in particular is, first off, I kept seeing screenshots of it and it looks gorgeous. Secondly, I know that Yoko Taro is a huge fan of like alternate storytelling, alternate universe, alternate endings. So I'm assuming that the show will play out a little differently than the game. Third, I know there are probably some events in here that are not in the game but are referenced in the game that I would like to see in like a visual format rather than just reading about them. So that's that. I also waited until the entire first season was out so that I can do it all at once. I didn't want to have to wait. So here we go. This is episode one, or not to be. Already puns.
There ever fade? Does our future hold anything?
So it's already pretty visceral. I can already tell the action sequences are going to be really good. It makes you wonder how much the operators knew about 2B, I mean. I have always liked the juxtaposition of like the crappy looking machines versus the sleek androids. I think it's interesting that they've kind of used modern day cityscapes here. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the CGI for the large machines yet, but we'll see.
Let's get to work, shall we?
Ines has a lot of personality in this. I like that.
Class weapon?
Negative. This enemy unit is unrelated.
Energy for close-range marksmanship mode at full power!
Really good use of the existing music. I also like the ability to get both viewpoints at once, which we couldn't get in the game because you're playing them one at a time.
You know you can't brute force everything, 2B.
He says as he's shooting missiles at it. Even the stylish getting off the ladder. The idea that they put their black boxes together is just so beautiful.
We are perpetual.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Ooh, that hurts.
Pod 042 here. Reporting
What
to
is
all
this?
Mankind. We will now execute the task of introducing the multiple endings of the game Nier Automata.
Androids have various types, like A for attack.
This is a very interesting way to do this.
D, G, and H. Only the Yorha models are lucky enough to be equipped with this black box, which actually has a really amazing feature. Ma'am? Wait!
This is funny.
In the year 5000.
Alright, so for the first episode, it's pretty good. I didn't expect anything out of the ordinary from that episode. I just wanted it to be stylish and use the music well. So far, it's looking pretty good. And also, I love this little explainer at the end with the puppets about the multiple endings. I kind of knew that they weren't going to show us all of them, but they showed us the self-destruct ending there. I wonder if every episode will have different endings like that. There are also no credits at the end of the episode, that is. All right, not wasting any time. Episode 2, City Escape.
And 12, a new breed of weapon, machine life forms. That
Earth
all
cannot
but
catch a
annihilate
break in
human
this
civilization.
dimension.
The handful of
Once, long ago, a
Ah,
volcano erupted
the storybooks.
from the fires of the
It makes you wonder, if we were gone for 3,000 years, how much of our civilizations would really be left? I think there wouldn't even be this much. Oh, it calls them dolls. I don't know what that says. Once again, Crunchyroll / Funimation, whoever localized this, I beg you to put English text when there's Japanese text on screen, please. So this is kind of connected to that secret music video that's in the game. They're bringing in a lot, and it's all jumbled together. It's a very interesting way to kind of fit it all in. Whoa. That was talking about the dragon.
We don't know what they might do next.
Androids called Yorhas turns out to be true, then I'm sure this will be over before we know it.
That's the wild thing about the game, that it doesn't really tell you just how new Yorha is when you start the game. You really have to pay attention to the dates to realize, like, they're not even a decade old. So it's very bizarre. Actually, they're a lot less than a decade old. But it makes you think that they're way older than they are.
Come on. I was listening to that, Lily. What gives?
She doesn't buy it.
Going to say.
Have they changed some characters here?
The guys on the moon like to try keeping us in. But if there is one,
Like, is this
how far is it?
is this supposed to be Anemone or like some other resistance leader?
As the one who's currently in charge of your maintenance, that makes me very happy. And honestly, me too. Whenever I hear your voice, it's
9S.
I love how much personality they've given 9S here.
Who put the twins in charge of doing this? Hurry and clean that up.
They were in an earlier scene in the background as well, just like, put them there. Well, this is a much more extravagant entrance.
very nice. It looks like you got everyone.
Okay, so this is Anemone. They've just renamed her because she recognizes A2.
One of them, man.
Yeah. Believe it! The council really answered our requests!
Yeah,
Isn't that something, Lily?
I never gave up on the cat.
She's like, don't tell them, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, but you...
Suitably melancholy. I love that. Man, they really leaned into making him pretty in this show. Okay, so we get one of these puppet shows every episode, maybe?
Hi, everyone. We're androids who fight for mankind.
Ah, you removed your OS chip. So far, I'm really liking it. It's told in a very different way than the game, which I'm really enjoying. How they're interspersing things that you wouldn't have seen till later in the game, but they're doing it in a way that's extremely weird, which is what I like about the Nier series, is the weirdness of it, especially Automata. So far, so good. So the thing I'm wondering, considering how much they have covered in the first 2 episodes, is how long is this series going to be? I know this first season was only 12 episodes, but it seems to me, if they're going at this pace, I don't see how they can cover the whole game, much less like additional material at any sort of speed. I guess I'll see. Perhaps they'll change things up a little bit as they go. This is episode 3, Break Time.
I suppose.
You notice the twins had a metal detector?
Man, you
Maybe
Yorha
minesweepers,
soldiers really
yeah.
are strong, aren't you?
Ah.
Territory.
You
have my...
So, what is the reasoning behind them changing her name for this? She also looks slightly different than what I'm recalling. We'll see. Like, I know that Anemone probably wasn't always her name, but it's weird that they would change it in one, not the...
Thanks for helping us out back there.
There, I'm 9S. Nice to.
Oh, you guys are really Yorha soldiers?
The overexcited techie.
I didn't send two...
Miss Lily, that's what the two of us were assigned to investigate.
I
as
did
well.
like Jackass in the game too. I like her more
Can
here.
you let us handle it? To be. Doesn't the desert
Kind of reminds me of Hanji from Attack on Titan.
Either way, machine life forms without souls are merely
Oh,
pretending
pods
to be
get pets.
On top of that, the enemy is...
Wonder if there's any meaning to those numbers. Oh, wow.
What is this data?
Wow, it straight up is going that deep.
The hacking is getting even more in depth.
The fact they actually showed those scenes from Replicant, it's pretty cool.
What was that just now?
Like you knew the two things are connected, but to actually see it.
No, it was just.
Analysis. Ruins of an area once lived in by humans.
Well, and all the details are there too, like even down to the pipe.
Shelters. They were referred to as
The fact that Jackass is with them here is very interesting as well.
hypothesis.
You okay?
And this is another part where the game misleads you quite a bit because Yorha is very young, right? In terms of time scale of the Nier series, it basically has just started existing. But there's an awful lot of dead Yorha androids in the game. Like, even if you don't have the multiplayer thing turned on, they're all over the place. And here, there's a ton of them. So it makes you wonder just how many Yorha units were being produced in that short amount of time. It seems to me like if the androids could do that, now I understand, you know, spoilers if you've only watched episode 3 of the show and not done any other stuff in Nier, but like the machines weren't actually trying to win, and I get that, but it seems like the androids could have been trying harder to win, if that makes sense.
This area is very dangerous. So...
Wait.
This is even weirder animated than it was in the game.
Don't listen to them. All they're doing is
It's like grotesque, right?
Destroy them all!
Oh, it's interesting. You could see the inside of him there for a minute. Give me those fat, well-animated explosions. That episode flew by. Wow.
We're androids who fight for mankind. I'm Yorha number
Whoever
9
made these
Type S,
puppets,
aka
great job.
9S.
I'm Yorha number 2.
I don't recall that ending, but okay. So the birth of Adam and Eve here is a little different, but a little more interesting than in the game, I think. Seems like it was prepared for longer, and then also we got to see that they do actually have like machine internal parts, which I don't think we ever got to see in the game, really. I do kind of wonder about some of the connections between Adam and Eve and like Drakengard and stuff, because I never actually played the Drakengard games, I saw like a friend play the ending of Drakengard 1 with like all the babies raining from the sky, but otherwise I haven't really had any exposure to the Drakengard games. I just know that they're where this all begins. But wow, for the first 3 episodes, still pretty strong. But once again, it's moving quite slowly. So I just keep having to wonder how much they're going to fit in these first 12 episodes.